Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to my channel. My name is Julie. Today on Yin Yoga and More, we're going to explore the triple warmer meridian. The triple warmer meridian contains 23 acupressure points and is most active between 9 and 11 p.m. Now the triple warmer meridian acts as the thermostat for the body. To regulate heat, metabolism, fluids and the fight or flight response. It governs immune response via the thymus and the endocrine system via the thyroid and the adrenals. And the function of the triple warmer, in traditional Chinese medicine, it's known as the Great Harmonizer. So it oversees respiration, fluid metabolism, nutrient distribution, and it divides the body into 3 distinct areas. So the upper triple warmer is the chest, the middle triple warmer is the stomach, and the lower triple warmer is the abdomen. So an unbalanced triple warmer would present itself as burnout, chronic stress, anxiety, insomnia, problems regulating the temperature, so you're always hot or you're always cold, and issues with poor immunity. Now, I've spoken to a lot of people who have suffered from domestic abuse, and obviously me myself have quite vast knowledge of how domestic abuse affects the body. And the fight or flight response is something that people that have experienced domestic abuse really struggle with, and even years later, until they've healed. I once spoke to a woman who had suffered domestic abuse 45 years prior and had gone on to meet the man of her dreams, and she had 3 children, but she was still triggered by certain things. 45 years later, she would still be triggered. So that to me is the importance. It just demonstrates the importance of healing. And she was quite open when she said that had her husband not been the rock that he was, that he'd have probably walked away, because she hadn't healed before she met him. She was quite, there were things that triggered her that if he wasn't so understanding, he may well have walked away for. So to me, it's just another reason why we need to heal, so that we don't have to walk around on eggshells, and we don't have to let something that happened 45 years ago still affect our lives. We deserve not only the man of our dreams or the woman of our dreams, but we deserve peace of mind. We deserve to not have triggers and flashbacks, and that's what healing does. To be able to heal fully allows us to live life fully. So one of the ways to calm the triple warmer, well, there's 4 ways, but for today we'll just stick to 2. The simplest way is to just take the right hand and take it under the chest. So this is where the spleen is. And then you're just going to top it with your left hand holding the elbow, because this is the stomach meridian. And you would just enjoy this hug. Just breathe nice and deeply. And the hug, combined with the deep breathing, is going to bring you out of fight or flight or an anxiety attack. It's going to prepare the body for sleep. And it's something that you can do anywhere. You could be out with friends and somebody says something that triggers you, and you could give yourself a hug whilst in the company of your friends, and nobody would ever know. So just breathe nice and deeply and allow the nervous system to start to relax and to calm. And then one of the other ways is tracing the meridian backwards. So just to reiterate, the meridian starts at the corner of the ring finger. It comes up between the fingers, up across the wrist. It comes around the back of the elbow, back of the arm, along the shoulder, up the side of the neck. It comes around the ear, and then it comes to the corner of the eye. And to trace that meridian backwards, you would use the opposite hand again, and you would come from the eye, around the ear, down the neck, over the shoulders, round the back of the arm, the back of the elbow, down the forearm, across the hands, and along the ring finger, and then you would just throw. And that's just releasing excess energy. And then you would do it the other side. So coming from the eye, round the ear, down the side of the neck, over the back of the shoulder, the back of the arm, the back of the elbow, down the forearm, down the ring finger, and just throw that energy. So we're now going to move on to the 5 elements. So 5 acupressure points within the body that can help to calm the triple warmer and help to restore balance. So the first of these elements is triple warmer 1, and that's located on the inside corner of the nail. And this is a metal point. So you would use either the index finger or the thumb, and you can either do small circular movements. You could even use a pen, because I know that some of my viewers are more mature. So if you have maybe stiff fingers or stiff joints, you could use a pen. And you can either do small circular movements, or you can hold the point and breathe deeply for 12 breaths and then let go, and then hold the point and breathe deeply for 12 breaths. And you would do both sides. And you can do this for between 1 to 3 minutes and between 1 to 3 times a day. And then the second point is triple warmer 2, and this is a water point. And this is located in the webbing between the first and the second, sorry, the little finger and the ring finger. And this is indicated for frequent urination, hearing difficulties, a sore throat, and numbness in the fingers. So again, I think it's time for me to cut my nails. I can't really get as much pressure. Or just hold and breathe. Okay, so the next of the acupressure points is triple warmer 3, and this is a wood point. So as you slide your finger up between the two fingers, where the bones start to meet, that's triple warmer 3. And that's a wood point. And this is indicated for neck pain, tinnitus, shoulder pain, headache, issues extending the fingers, and dizziness. And then again, between where the two joints meet, small circular movements. And then the fourth point is a fire point, and this is triple warmer 6. And this is located as you bend the hand where the crease of the wrist is. It's located 4 fingers above the crease of the wrist, about midline, so about the centre of the wrist, or the centre of the arm. And this is a fire point. And this is indicated for constipation, a fever, diabetes, a loss of voice, back and shoulder pain, and tinnitus. So again, bend the hand where the crease of the wrist is, 4 fingers above, and then its centre. And then the last point is an earth point, and this is triple warmer 10. As you partially flex the elbow, you come at the back of the elbow joint, and as you come down the centre of the elbow joint and start to work your way up the arm, there's an indentation, a natural indentation. Let me just, the creases in my clothes are getting in the way. So at the back of the elbow joint, the centre, and you will feel the indentation. And that's triple warmer 10, and this is an earth point. And this is a good point for a stroke, if you've had a stroke, migraine, ear problems, epilepsy, and elbow or arm pain. So the other side, where the elbow joint is, start to track up as you feel that natural indentation. Thank you so much for joining me today. I would love to see you on the mat again for the next session. Please know that no matter how bad things were, no matter how traumatised you were, that you really are capable of healing. And that the trauma and the memories, they don't have to haunt you for the rest of your life. Know that you're loved, and that there are so many of us out there. And if I can heal, you can heal. I send you love and peace, and I hope to